and Honey Crisp apples are just $1.98 a pound. Just a sampling of the deals this week at your Indianola Hy-Vee.
Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle.
And we'd like to welcome in our audience joining us on the Indianola Activities YouTube channel. Andrew Schneider and Rick Wilson coming to you live from the home of Indianola for Little Hawkeye Conference action. Let's go ahead and take a look at our game time temperature presented by Quality Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. And a warmer stretch continuing today, Rick. I've got 40 degrees here in beautiful Indianola, Iowa. It was over 50 yesterday. It'll cool down a little bit this week, but obviously not the frigid cold we had near Christmas time. It feels like we should be getting ready for the playoffs out there today.
Well, I made a comment coming up. Somebody said, yeah, we're probably ready to start softball. I said, softball has started. They're doing their indoor workouts and stuff, so that kind of thing. But yeah, but it's still winter yet. Yeah, don't get carried away.
And my perspective's all
we'll take it.
My perspective's all tainted because I was in the 50s and 60s in California with the Pella High School Marching Dutch. So I don't even know what season we're in here in Iowa, but it's always comfortable inside of Indianola's high school gym. Quality Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling has no hidden fees and just one great price on plumbing, heating, and cooling services to keep you comfortable. Let's go ahead, and we're a little early and ahead of schedule, but let's go ahead and start talking about our DeArmond Ford radio keys to the game first for Indianola. And Rick, this Indianola team on a losing streak, but with a qualifier. You just had probably two potential state champions back-to-back, DCG in 4A, Johnson in 5A. At least looking the part right now at this point in the season that Indianola was not able to compete with. Had a pretty good game against DCG. The Mustangs pull away late on Friday night. Obviously, this girls' team is small but mighty. They don't go super deep, but there's a lot of experience out there, Rick. It feels like that this is not going to be a team that's let down by what's happened these last three games, knowing that they played some of the best competition they'll see all year.
Well, you're all right. In that DCG game, I'm going to go back to it. We had 8 turnovers in that third quarter. It's just that's not going to get you a win in a lot of games you're going to play. And saying that, and I know he's had a chance to address that, and they knew coming in the next night next afternoon, that Saturday, how tough that was going to be. And in those in the way they were playing, and it just they come up against that big buzzsaw. Well, they know that they've got it, and I've talked to a couple of the girls, especially I talked to Kendall McDaniel. She's ready for a good game tonight. She's ready for some type of breakout. You always got Emily Naughton will give everything she's going to give in the games that she's participating in. And I think what I've seen too in the last couple of 3-4 games, I didn't get to see that game Saturday because I was doing Simpson and Luther. But our outside shooting has picked up a little bit. I think that's got better as this year's gone on, and you want to be able to do that. This is the time of year you want to see improvement in your team as you move towards the sub-state regionals, that kind of thing, and as you're moving towards that direction. So I think that's a positive, and if they can make that happen, they've got a good chance of a W here tonight. And I think as we'll talk about Pella, I think they feel about the same thing too. You know more about Pella than I do.
And we'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah.
You'll enjoy doing business with DeArmond Ford and DeArmondFord.com. And for me, what I'm watching in our Miniga Pest Control, our McCall Monumental Radio Keys to the game for Pella, is they were in a similar spot last year. They came into this matchup ranked. They came in with a 7-2 or 6-2. It was a week earlier in the season, feeling like they were a good team that could be a great team. They lost badly. They came to this gym and had a really, really poor performance, lost by 30-plus points, went to continuous clock. They were just, I think shell-shocked. And then the rest of the season weren't ever really able to recover. When I talked to Coach Forsyth, they've had a couple of, I would say, of the weaker teams in the conference. It's just what they are coming into this game. They've got a ton of confidence, but they're in the same spot. They want to be a great team this year. They want to be one of the top 16. They want to have a chance to get to state this year. They've got to win games like this or be competitive in games like this, Rick, in order to do so. And there's a few things if they can clean up. Their shooting percentage isn't particularly high, but it's because they're a volume shooting team. They get a lot of turnovers and a lot of rebounds. But with Kendall McDaniel underneath gobbling up a lot of the rebounds in theory tonight, Pella's going to have to find a different strategy. And to me, it's another test. This is Coach Forsyth's second year. Obviously, history can repeat itself, but if Pella gives a good account of themselves tonight, it's hard to win on the road in this conference. I think they'll feel pretty good about how things go.
I think a key to any team, and I don't care who, Pella or whatever, but I think Pella tonight, if they can get those second chance shots, that's those offensive rebounds, again, they're going to be hard to stop. And Indianola's got to figure out how to stop that. And Indianola has had issues with that in the previous games. And the last, I think in the DCG they may out of rebound. Their defensive rebounds were really good, but they had a third quarter where they made turnovers. So you got to, I don't care, both teams, if you cut down mistakes and you can do the fundamentals, you got a good chance to win the ball game. And I think that for Pella, offensive rebound is probably a key. Just looking at stats and stuff, that's a big key for in that game.
There will be a lot that we'll talk about in our pregame coming up, but those are your McCall Monumental Radio keys to game for the Dutch. Don't burden your loved ones with planning your memorial after you're gone. Pre-plan yours and trust the family at McCall Monument. They're the area's leading monument designer and installer on Old Highway 163 West in Pella. We'll take another commercial timeout in our pregame coverage. You are listening to Indianola versus Pella basketball. Tonight it's powered by Community First Credit Union. We're live on 94.3 FM and AM 1320 KNIA Knoxville, Indianola, the KRLS 2-stream, Pella Knoxville, and on the Indianola YouTube channel. We'll have more coming up after this. Andrew Schneider and Rick Wilson getting you set for Indianola versus Pella on KNIA.
Vision for Less has delivered free same-day speed for over 30 years because our local lens labs are full of experienced and passionate lab techs, not to mention advanced equipment needed for the job. Simply put, your glasses can be ready the same day at no additional cost to you. On top of that, nobody beats our everyday low prices. Get 2 pairs single vision starting under $40 or 2 pairs of progressive starting under $80. Your time is valuable and quality comes faster than you think when you shop at Vision for Less.
When shopping around for your internet provider, convenience is key. IMU Fiber's local and community-focused customer care reduces wait time for support, improves response time for service issues, brings hometown values to broadband services. IMU Fiber delivers a better broadband experience to Indianola homes and businesses. Utilizing a future-proof fiber network platform, they provide unmatched reliability so their customers will experience fewer service slowdowns and interruptions. Did I mention no contracts, no data caps, and no fine print? Just great service from people you know. IMU Fiber in Indianola.
Okay, Bailey, it's time to teach you how to drive in winter weather in Iowa.
Oh, no.
That's the spirit. Now take off slowly. Slowly, I said.
I'm trying.
What'd you do?
I'm sorry.
Let's face it, accidents happen, especially during winter in Iowa. Don't let it get you down. Whenever you get in an accident this winter, visit the auto body experts at Details Plus Collision Center in Indianola. They'll work with your insurance company to get your vehicle repaired quickly and back on the road. Details Plus Collision Center in Indianola.
Hi, I'm Laura, a care coordinator with Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy in Pella. Whether it's scheduling your appointment, checking your insurance benefits, or answering any questions you have, I'm here to make your experience at Kinetic Edge as convenient and easy as possible. Give us a call at 641-621-0230 or visit kineticedgept.com to learn more about what we can do for you.
Family owned and operated since 1918, Forest Septic is #1 in the #2 business. Located in central Iowa, Forest Septic Environmental Services has revolutionized the septic industry by having Iowa's first privately owned dewatering facility. Residential or commercial, Forest Septic has a large fleet of trucks named Smelly 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 and are all ready for your septic maintenance and repair. #1 in the #2 business, Forest Septic, serving all of central Iowa.
The wipers in the car go swish, 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 swish. The wipers in the car go swish, swish, swish at Central Tire and Auto.
Winter winter brings slushy, sleety, icy weather that's even more annoying if your wipers can't keep your windshield clean. For tires, front-end work, their no-appointment oil change, full mechanical work on your vehicle, and the important little things like new wipers, stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart in Pella. If you're struggling to afford internet service for your household, Pella Fiber wants you to know that there's a new government program that may be able to help. It's called the Affordable Connectivity Program, and it provides up to a $30 monthly discount to qualifying households. Find more information about the Affordable Connectivity Program, including if you qualify and how to enroll, by visiting PellaFiber.com or call Pella Fiber at 628-4173. We've all been there. Winters in Iowa, nothing in the fridge, a hungry family at home, and snow slowly piling up. Don't go out this winter if you don't have to, and with Godfather's Pizza Express in Indianola, you don't have to go anywhere. The Godfather's Pizza Express at 1201 North Jefferson Way offers delivery from 4 to 9 p.m. Friday through Sunday. So let the snow fall and the family eat when you enjoy that great Godfather's taste you know and love at Godfather's Pizza Express in Indianola. Call 515-961-6730 and make that delivery order now.
Back inside our broadcast booth in Indianola, pregame coverage, 15 minutes or so away from our opening tip, presented by Dutch Mill Supply. Andrew Schneider and Rick Wilson coming to you live from Indianola as we get you set for the Dutch and Indians. Let's go ahead and take a look at your starting lineups first for the visiting Pella Dutch, presented by Miniga Pest Control. At a guard, a junior at 5'5", number 10, Tristan Gordon. A senior point guard at 5'8", number 12, Kylie Tauke. At guard, a 5'6", junior, number 14, Kennedy Van Vark. At senior forward, 5'10", number 22, Mia Warner. And the center at 6'2", or 6 foot tall, I should say, a senior, number 32, Haley Van Vark. For Pella, it's Gordon, it's Tauke, it's Kennedy Van Vark, Mia Warner, and Haley Van Vark. Your starting lineups are presented by Miniga Pest Control. Sean and his team want to kill your bugs.
Call 628-3198. Miniga Pest Control.
And let's go ahead and take a look at your Indianola starting lineups presented by Godfather's Pizza Express. A senior guard and a standout cross-country athlete on top of it, number 4, Emily Naughton. A senior guard at 5'8", number 5, Jillian Smith. A junior guard at 5'8", a sharpshooter, number 11, Bryn Bishop. At sophomore, a guard at 5'7", number 24, Zoe Belt. And in the post, in the paint, 6'1", a junior, made a big return to the postseason a year ago, back at 100%, number 44, Kendall McDaniel. That's Naughton, Smith, Bishop, Belt, and McDaniel for the home team from Indianola. Your starting lineups presented by Godfather's Pizza Express in Indianola. They have the right starting lineup for any situation, offering both takeout and sit-down dining. Come in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or get a pizza to share with the family. And Rick, we go up and down those starting lineups. Obviously, Pella with a little bit of size this year, which is a bit different in terms of consistency. They've done a lot of five-guard stuff over the years, but Kendall McDaniel is a physical presence underneath. When we talked already about our keys to the game, but when we look at those starting lineups, there's going to be a battle brewing in the paint. If Pella gets in any kind of foul trouble, or in fact, if either post gets in any foul trouble, it could change the complexion of this game.
And my thought on that is I'm going to go with Indianola because I'm very familiar with them, and I'll let you talk about Pella. But I think off the bench, and I can speak this, Dana Blake has really done a nice job coming in off the bench. She really does, and her shooting has picked up a little bit, but her defense has always been superb, and I like the way she comes in. Normally she'll come in for Kendall McDaniels, but in the last couple of ball games, Zoe Belt, our three-point shooter, who's really done a nice job of shooting threes, she's the one that's gotten into foul territory, so she's had to come in, and Dana has had to play a couple of different positions out there, and she's done that very well, and I think that helps Kendall McDaniels inside. She's not pulling as many fouls, on that, and that's helped. And then Lauren Olson, the freshman coming off, very talented, athletic young lady, and she can do some things. She can hit the three, and she plays very good defense. So I think right there, that's about how deep we go is with those two. And I'll let you address maybe off the bench with Pella to see if that might be a factor, but I think for Indianola, that's going to be a factor in this.
In fact, Pella's, I think, strength this year has come from the depth on their bench, especially defensively. Coach Forsyth isn't running 100 presses like he did maybe a year ago, but they are very aggressive on defense, and it's intentional. It starts with two-time All-State soccer player Abby Warner, who announced last week she's going to the University of Iowa to play. Excellent athlete off the bench. I think Aliyah Riddick has probably been the best player for Pella, and really the sixth player. She's come in and produced these 6, 7, 8-point stretches where she'll take take over a game for a little blip. She may not do much offensively the rest of the game, but look for number 23, Elia Riddick, to have an impact. As again, we look at your starting lineups for Pella, presented by Minega Pest Control, and Indianola, presented by Godfather's Pizza Express. We'll take another commercial timeout. Rick and I will have more, getting you set for a ranked showdown. Number 15 Pella, number 8 Indianola. Should have a good one to open our girls-boys doubleheader on 94.3 KNIA.
Your commercial heating and cooling system isn't performing well, you need a solution as soon as possible. When that happens, Heinz Mechanical is ready to get your system back in working order. Our experienced technicians can take on any obstacle your business comfort system throws at you, whether it's time for an emergency repair, a regular tune-up, or a new system installation. Schedule your appointment by calling Steve at Heinz Mechanical, 515-337-2074. Heinz Mechanical, we fix it right the first time, specializing on commercial properties. If you depend on your vehicle, it's important to have parts and service you can depend on to keep it running right. Here's why your Napa Auto Care Center installs Napa brand parts and what makes them an excellent value. Over 80 years of dependability. Napa has been the recognized quality leader in the auto parts repair business for decades. Regular maintenance is the key to getting the most out of your vehicle, but you shouldn't have to sacrifice trust and peace of mind when finding a repair center for your automobile. So check out your local Napa Auto Parts store in Knoxville today.
Napa know-how. Let's face it, in Iowa, when it comes to winter weather, you never know what you're going to get. Wouldn't it be nice to know that whatever's happening outside, your furnace is prepared to handle it? With quality plumbing, heating, and air conditioning by your side, you'll have the confidence to know you'll have that quality warmth inside all winter long. So when it comes to staying warm this winter, call Joe at Quality Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, your local Rheem dealer in Indianola.
You gave your kids a new puppy or kitten for Christmas. Let's make sure we take care of him. This is Dr. Tim Yoder with Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella, and we have a new puppy and kitten program that provides the attention they need. It involves physical exams, vaccinations, diets, and most importantly, information for you, so that you can provide the best care for your new family member. Schedule your new puppy or kitten visit by calling Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella.
They're the veterinarians.
Yes, we are. We're the veterinarians.
They take care of pets because they love them.
With today's interest rates, if you're selling your home and moving, it's as important as ever to make sure that you're bringing as much equity across into your new home. Hi, this is Sarah Fitzgerald with Pella Real Estate Services. I recently helped someone sell their home near downtown New Sharon for $120,500. Using our Prez Listing Advantage, they saved $615. When it's time to sell your home, call 628-1BUY and use the Prez Listing Advantage at Pella Real Estate Services.
When you eat at Culver's, you're enjoying fresh food, not just fast food. I'm Tim Grotenhuis, owner of Culver's Restaurant in Pella, and we pride ourselves on making your order fresh every time. Our never frozen burgers are made fresh just the way you want it. Our chicken sandwiches and chicken strips are made fresh. We don't make them ahead of time and let them sit under a warmer. And we slow turn our frozen custard in small batches all day so it's at its very best. What can we make fresh for you today at Culver's Restaurant in Pella?
Greater Iowa Credit Union's Greater Checking is a free account that pays you each month for doing the things you normally do anyway, like buying coffee or donuts. Plus, they have digital tools that make it a cinch to check your balance, deposit checks, or pay bills from anywhere. And with an interest rate over 80 times the national average, it really pays to have Greater Checking. Just go easy on the donuts.
Learn more at gicu.org/greaterchecking. Rate comparison in accordance with FDIC National Rates Report.
With over 30 years of experience, Parker Signs is widely known throughout the Midwest for their solutions to signage. Using the most innovative process in the industry today, they will work with you from design conception through fabrication to provide you with the highest quality product possible. When other sign makers find a challenge beyond their capability, they recommend Parker Signs. Call John today at 515-962-0330. Parker Signs and Graphics, a proud supporter of Indianola High School athletics. Go Indians!
Our pregame coverage continuing about 5 minutes away from our opening tip presented by Dutch Mill Supply. Andrew Schneider and Rick Wilson coming to you live, Pella versus Indianola. Shout out, if you will, to the great Andrew Swadner, whose seat I'm keeping warm this week. He is texting us from...
So are we. We're keeping warm.
Yeah, we are. He's a little warmer in Florida after he was dealing with stormtroopers of the First Order today at Disney World. So glad to hear from him. Glad he made it there safely. I guess I hadn't heard or he hadn't checked in or anything, but good to hear from him, and you'll have him back next week as Indianola hits the stretch run in the second half of the conference season coming up. And in the meantime, let's go ahead and take a look at your colors of the game presented by Spain Painting. The Dutch are in their road green uniforms tonight with the white numbers, white letters, silver trim. Indianola's in their standard home jerseys, white base, purple numbers, gold trim around the letters and the numbers. So again, Pella, green and white tonight. Indianola is white, purple, and gold. Your colors of the game are presented by Levi Spain with Spain Painting. They're exterior painting experts, and Levi would love to talk to you now to start planning your spring painting project for your home or business. You can find them online at spain-painting.com. We have a whole lot of games that we're getting to here on our Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard. Trevor Castle and Phil Hemming are on the road tonight, Mike Buchheit on his birthday on the road tonight. Pella Christian at DCG for a girls-boys doubleheader on 92.1 KRLS. Derek Cardwell is on the road to Clark for Knoxville at Clark. That's live tonight on 95.3 KNIA. And Tyler Crabb has Earlham versus Pleasantville. The Trojans on the road tonight. That's over on the KRLS 3 stream at KNIA-KRLS.com. That's a look at your scoreboard here tonight on KNIA. It is presented tonight by your friends at Forest Septic Environmental Services. Proudly serving Central Iowa since 1918. They're number one in the number two business at Forest Septic Environmental Services. Thank you, our sponsor tonight, for our scoreboard. We're going to, one last thought, Rick.
Well, in the little Hawkeye Conference, we got some important games. Got Norwalk at Newton. Yep. I know you're probably going to mention that.
That one's also on tonight on KNIA 3. Thank you.
Grinnell is at Oski. So, yeah, and then it just kind of gets tougher and tougher as this goes on. So, yeah, those are the games we'll be paying attention to tonight also.
We'll have tonight your Indianola Municipal Utilities instant radio updates for those. I won't get to use this fancy sounder all this week here at Indianola, the home of the Indians. Our final timeout. We're a few minutes away from your opening tip presented by Dutch Mill Supply. We got a couple of good ones, so strap on in. It's Pella versus Indianola. Little Hawkeye Conference rivalry renewed live on 94.3 KNIA.
The beef about beef. It all comes down to where it comes from. That's why you can count on Hy-Vee Choice Reserve beef. Hy-Vee Choice Reserve comes from only the best Midwest farmers and ranchers. And we say only the best because less than 10% of USDA choice beef even meets Hy-Vee's strict standards for tenderness and flavor. Less than 10%. Hand-selected, cut fresh daily. Hy-Vee Choice Reserve is your choice for the best beef.
At Marion County Bank, we love the communities we serve.
In fact, it's why we do what we do. From the report card program that gives back to the school of your choice,
to all the community events, sponsorships, and donations we are proud to be a part of.
From the volunteer efforts of our staff,
to partnering in the success story of your business, farming operation, or personal financial journey. We go beyond banking. We share in the life of the community.
Marion County Bank, serving you, building community. Member FDIC.
Authorization, enrollment, and activation activities are required. Receive all services. Contact institution for details.
That's the sound of getting big interest on your Kasasa checking balance.
Yes!
ATM withdrawal fees, refunded nationwide, and it's easy to earn rewards.
So easy!
No monthly maintenance fee. So not only are you earning cash, you're saving on fees the other guys charge.
I've had so much coffee!
Take back banking and get paid to do it with Kasasa Cash.
Kasasa available at People's Bank in Knoxville, Pleasantville, Milo, Lacona, Seymour, Indianola, and Carlisle. Member FDIC.
Have you checked out the Indianola YMCA? Your Indianola YMCA would like to invite you to stop by your local Y and discover the many benefits of belonging to a nonprofit organization dedicated to building strong kids, strong families, and strong communities. Improve your health and fitness, learn new skills, connect with others. It's all waiting for you here at the Y. They'd love to give you a tour and offer you a free pass so you can try the Y for yourself. Call or stop in today to find out more. Your Indianola YMCA. It's where you belong.
Run Bobby to basketball. Pick up Susie from dance. If your calendar sounds like this, you need to let the professionals at Van Manen, Seatstra, Meyer, and Nickel help you with your income taxes. And erase one thing from your schedule this year. They offer a convenient drop-off service, so you won't have to sit through an appointment. Just drop off your tax information between 8 and 6, Monday through Friday, or 8 to noon on Saturdays, and they'll prepare your tax returns in about a week. Then come back at your convenience to sign and file the returns.
Save time and gain peace of mind with Van Manen, Seatstra, Meyer, and Nickel.
McCall Monument is the most trusted monument company in Iowa. This is Reed. We have been here helping families get their perfect memorial for over 150 years.
This is Wyatt. We are the monument experts. We don't plan funerals and we don't sell caskets. We are craftsmen with a full-service shop and artists on staff.
I'm Lee. We have a standard here at McCall Monument. In all our years in business, we have never called on a grieving family, and we never will. In your family's time of need, our family is here for you.
Memories become treasure. McCall Monument.
Resetting your password, unsubscribing from emails, printing anything. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your business doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like learning how that printer works. That's simple human sense.
Ask me, Chad Klein, at the Verduff Agency in Pella, if auto owners make sense for you.
Calvin Orthopedics and Sports Medicine gives you access to experienced board-certified surgeons that will work to get you back in the game. They treat patients from across Iowa, including right here in Indianola. If pain is leaving you unable to enjoy your favorite outdoor activities, Calvin Orthopedics has an office right down the road inside the Indianola Specialty Clinic. Call today at 515-440-2676 or use the convenient online tool to request an appointment. Don't go another day letting that nagging injury or soreness keep you on the sidelines. Like Calvin Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, work on getting you back in the game.
It's a new year with new deals at your Indianola Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee fresh whole chicken is just $1.67 a pound. Hy-Vee tomato or chicken noodle soup, 49 cents a can. Hy-Vee cottage cheese is just 99 cents. Healthy choice steamers, 4 for $9. And Honey Crisp apples are just $1.98 a pound. Just a sampling of the deals this week at your Indianola Hy-Vee.
Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle.
Nothing is tougher on your vehicle than winters in Iowa. From road salt to icy roads to potholes and freezing temps, the last thing you want is to be stranded with a broken down vehicle when winter is at its worst. When it comes to servicing your vehicle this winter, think Southtown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in Indianola. Southtown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram has a team of qualified service technicians qualified to help you with all your service-related needs to keep your vehicle running throughout the cold months ahead. Stop into Southtown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of Indianola and get your vehicle serviced now.
Time now for our opening tip presented by Dutch Mill Supply. Andrew Schneider and Rick Wilson just dropping the electrical cords right before the broadcast. It's my fault. Rookie mistake here. We're live inside our Indianola Hy-Vee broadcast booth, getting you set for number 15 Pella on the road to take on number 8 Indianola. Pella again, we already told you about our colors of the game presented by Spain Painting. In their road green uniforms for our radio audience tonight, Indianola is in white and purple. Andrew Schneider, Rick Wilson coming to you from the home of Indianola for Little Hawkeye Conference basketball. Haley Van Vark and Kendall McDaniel are in the center circle for the Dutch and Indians respectively. Ball is in the air and we are underway. Pella will control our opening tip presented by Dutch Mill Supply. It's Kennedy Van Vark, left wing three, no good. Rebound is controlled by McDaniel. She is a vacuum cleaner in the lane, one of the best rebounders in the entire state.
She can take care of the ball once she gets that, but she's got to be able to do that effectively tonight, especially this strong Pella team. They put points up. They're averaging 57 points a ball game.
Yeah, Naughton will bring it down the floor. This is Smith. Smith flips it left wing to Bishop. Bishop down low to McDaniel. In and out pass to Belt. Belt dribble drive from about 10 feet out. She'll miss her shot, but an offensive rebound for the Indians. Bryn Bishop will collect the offensive glass, and it stays here with Indianola. It's Naughton on the right wing, top of the circle. And now it's McDaniel, center of the lane, working on Van Vark. It's a zone defense, and the layup is missed. Van Vark clears the rebound for the Dutch. It's Kennedy Van Vark down the floor over the timeline. 7:04 remaining opening quarter, scoreless, Indianola and Pella. Hand off to Kylie Tauke. Tauke between the circles, flips it to Warner. Warner in the corner for Kennedy Van Vark. Back to Mia Warner. Here's Tristan Gordon. 15 seconds on the shot clock. A scoop layup does not go. A lot of offensive opportunities, but nothing hitting so far. It's not in transition. Good pass. Up ahead. Layup misses again. Both teams missing some pretty point-blank shots here in the early going. Still scoreless, 90 seconds into our first quarter. Down low, here's Van Vark for Pella, their half of the floor. Gordon kicks out a three. That's off the mark, no good. And then a foul on the rebound called against Mia Warner. We'll give that rebound to Zoe Belt. There was a lot of contact underneath, and it goes to Indianola. You are listening to Pella High versus Indianola basketball, powered by Bank Iowa. Tonight we're on 94.3 KNIA and the Indianola Activities YouTube channel.
Now Pella coming up with a little bit of a pressure on that full court press, and they're trying to break that, and Emily Naughton does a real nice job of getting that away, and she loses the basketball.
And it's stolen away by Kylie Tauke. First turnover for either team. Here's Tauke flipping it out to Gordon, down low, way outside of the hoop for Van Vark. She'll find Tristan Gordon, an outlet near the top of the three-point circle. Pella resets the offense. A screen from Warner, down low Van Vark. Van Vark banging in there with McDaniel, doesn't get it to go. Neither team finding the rim so far. 7 missed shots between the teams.
And Kendall McDaniel will help. She'll help down low by that. She'll help make that change. They'll have to change that shot. But you're right. Neither team really inside not finding anything at all. We're still tied at 0.
5:42 remaining first quarter. Neither group yet finding the bottom of the net. Right side to Bryn Bishop. Both teams have a lot of offensive prowess, but not showing it here. There's another steal for Pella. This is Kennedy Van Vark ripping it away from Bryn Bishop. Pella's possessions at the half-court line with 5:24 remaining opening quarter. Dribble, drive, shot recycled out of bounds. McDaniel with a block shot, but it does stay with Pella.
I think Kendall, as this season has gone on, she's learned to control her right, and she goes straight up there. It was a nice block out of bounds. It'll still stay with Pella though.
Tauke gets the inlet pass. Here's Mia Warner, top of the circle. Kennedy Van Vark, a shot fake. Dribble drive, pops up a floater, and it's in. And we're finally breaking through on the scoreboard. Van Vark for 2-0 Dutch. It only took us, Rick, nearly 3 minutes in the first quarter. A steal for Tristan Gordon. And just like that, in the blink of an eye, it forces a McCoy True Value timeout for head coach Jeff Jansen. A steal, the third for Pella. 3 Indianola turnovers, Rick, and the Dutch have an early 4-0 lead.
Yeah, and that's kind of Indianola has been they do that. They they get kind of on a run of turnovers, and there were 3 in a row right there, and 2 turnovers there back to back, and the Pella Dutch score on those, and it makes it 4-0. And like I said, it took almost 3 minutes for either team to get on the board.
Yeah, 3 minutes to score, and we're going to call that, in case you missed it, presented by Heinz Mechanical. Your home should be comfortable no matter the weather. 4-0 Dutch, a quick 2-0 burst, 2-score burst for Pella. This is what they do to teams when they've had success, Rick. Their scoring often comes in these little micro bursts. It's a 6-0 run here, a 6-0 run there, and Pella Christian went from nearly tied at the half with Pella to being down by 24 at the end of the game after many of those little mini runs.
Yeah, you got that right, and basketball is that type of a game.
Indianola's not looking for the answer. Had an open runner, can't get it to go. Warner for Pella, winning the rebound battle. Dutch with a 4-0 lead. Indianola. Here's Kennedy Van Vark for 3. Yes, Kennedy Van Vark. 2 early buckets. If she gets going, look out. She's one of the better up and down scorers, I like to say. She's either got 6-point streak or she gets 20, and she's on a roll here early. Indianola trying to answer. Nearly a travel by Smith. Indianola will recover. Here is Naughton in the lane. Shot was blocked by Van Vark. Pella collects the rebound.
That's great defense right there. She stayed right with it and went up, got enough of the ball to block.
Mia Warner, beautiful touch for 2. 3 different Dutch have scored their 9 points halfway through the first quarter. In a champion seed game reset, Pella 9, Indianola 0. So early indication here, the Dutch defense turning into offense. Indianola has had no answers. It's Zoe Belt on the wing. Here's Naughton, baseline jumper. Finally gets one to go. Naughton, one of the top players in the Little Hawkeye Conference this year, returning from a talented Indianola team. Gets that one to go, 9-2, a much-needed bucket. Here's Mia Warner, contact, nothing called. Rebound will go to Indianola Smith on the shot that misses. Warner was anticipating the contact at least and overshot
that
it.
Might have been it, and then she overshot that. There was good positioning, and she gave her that step to come down and just missed the shot, and Indianola with a rebound, a chance to get it closer. 9-2 right now. We're just coming up on 3:15 to go here in the first quarter.
Here's Naughton on the right wing. Down low to McDaniel, drawing a double team. Her shot blocked, and that'll go out of bounds off of Indianola. It'll stay with Pella.
Haley Van Vark, nice job down there underneath. She really stood her ground and then I think Kendall McDaniel tried to force it more than she thought, and Van Vark did a nice job defensively down inside there, and we're gonna have McDaniel come out, and it should be Blake coming in for the Indians.
And we're now getting a discussion here. We got a Vision for Less officials timeout here. I think they're just reiterating who had the possession. It was close. There was 2 players, Rick, that were chasing it toward the Pella bench, but it is Indianola basketball. Arrow favoring them. Just over 3 to play. Naughton, shot clock, nearly got the violation, but it didn't go. Shot misses. It's Eliza Van Zee off the bench for Coach Forsyth getting the rebound.
Yeah.
Pella a 9-2 lead.
I'm going to say a couple of these underneath where Indianola's driving to the bucket, but they got to get it above the rim. It's got to go above the rim, get a chance to go in.
Here's Abby Warner, has it poked out from behind, was going for the dribble drive, and Zoe Belt wisely came in, knocked it out as she was going for the shot. Stays Pella ball now underneath their own hoop. Van Zee will get the inlet at the high elbow. Trying to hand it off to Warner. We'll find Mia Warner. Those are sisters, Rick. Here's Kylie Tauke for 3. Off the left side of the rim, no. Offensive rebound, Abby Warner. Warner's putback is off the mark. Was also, I think, anticipating contact. It never came and overshot it. But it is Indianola ball down by 7. Flipping it out to Belt is Naughton. Belt dribble drive, bounce pass to Naughton. Fadeaway 12-foot jump shot. Doesn't go again. It rattles off the rim, and the rebound goes out of bounds off of Indianola.
I think it's Pella's ball.
It should be Pella's ball.
No, it's not. They say it was off of Pella down there.
Oh, interesting.
That was kind of an interesting call. I thought that she stepped out. I thought she stepped out.
Yeah,
but when she got it, maybe Pella could have had her foot on the line. But anyway, official was right there, and it's going to be Indianola with the basketball putting it in play.
That's their 3rd offensive rebound. 2 have come on those out-of-bounds plays. 2:13 remaining. Indianola's Naughton trying to reset the offense. A lot of subs in for both teams. Riddick is in for Pella off the bench. Naughton on a give-and-go handoff with Dana Blake, as you mentioned. Naughton in traffic, just can't get her shots to fall. Pella's defense very tough tonight. It's Riddick who gets the rebound. Pella all the way on their half of the floor. Give-and-go from Gordon to Riddick, and a foul called. 2 shots coming for Elia Riddick.
Yeah, that time it was Zoe Belt. She got in there, just moved enough, and she picks up her first team foul, and just 1 team foul for each team right now as we've got 1:52 to play here. And at the free throw line, it will be Riddick.
Elia Riddick. For branding, print, web, video, interactive, call Brand Appeal for our creative idea. And right now, this interior defense from Pella is giving Indianola all sorts of fits. That's the slight advantage early here for Pella as Riddick makes the first. Your creative idea drawn up by Brand Appeal. There is a lane violation on Pella, so the second shot doesn't go. It's just the 1 free throw counting and then a turnover Pella.
Yep.
So Riddick is 1 for 1 officially, although I think she's the one that caused the turnover. But either way, Rick, just 1 point for Pella on the possession. 1:52 remaining in the first. Dutch 10, Indians 2. Indianola's offense has been stymied thus far, but I think there's a lot more we've yet to see. There's been a lot of close shots that just haven't fallen. Here's Naughton dribbling and working with Abby Warner. Warner hits the deck, 5-on-4 for a second. Warner back up, pass down low, and Mia Warner gets tasked with a foul, and she can't believe it.
Yeah, it's going to be coming in there. She got up there, great pass inside to Lauren Olson, and saw that inside, went up, and just got fouled as she went up, so that foul will be on. Yes, you're correct.
Mia Warner, that's her second foul.
Second one, yes. She's got 2 shots here for Olson.
So Lauren Olson will make the first. A freshman off the bench for Coach Jansen and company. 1:35 remaining. By the way, tonight's game brought to you by BSN Sports and Windmill Print and Stitch in Pella. Windmill Print and Stitch is a locally owned decorated apparel company in the Tulip City, and they're a proud partner of BSN Sports. If you need apparel for your team or business, call Phil with BSN Sports at 620-8337 or stop into the Windmill Print and Stitch office in Pella. And, of course, I'm wearing our new polos that we just got this week. So thank you to Phil. Lauren Olson makes both. It is now 10-4. Pella on top of Indianola. Here's Abby Warner splitting the defense. Extra pass to Kylie Tauke off the window and in. Nice backdoor cut by Tauke. Came open. Warner drew in the defense, and Pella back on top by 8.
Yeah, that was just a nice play right there, and they caught it. And Simpson, or excuse me, Indianola. So here I am back and forth. Yeah, they just couldn't pick that up. They aren't quick enough. And right now, Pella has been quicker on the floor than Indianola has.
This time, Naughton will draw contact. This is Abby Warner, the younger sister between the two, who gets her first foul, and Emily Naughton. So in case you missed it, presented by Heinz Mechanical, Pella opening with a 9-0 lead. Neither team scored in the first 3 minutes. Indianola has closed the gap a little bit here, mainly at the foul line. Naughton is now 1 of 1. Indianola 3 of 3 from the charity stripe. make it 4-4.
Yeah, they're getting it through at the free throw line, and they've only had one bucket, and that came from Naughton.
55 seconds remaining in the quarter, I should say. 12-6 Dutch after both are in for Naughton. Gordon kicks it out to Kennedy Van Vart. Can she do more damage? And no, not in this one, and the rebound controlled by Zoe Belt. Indianola has a slight edge on the rebound battle, and they have a slight edge 3-2 on transition, and the layup misses again. Tristan Gordon will collect the rebound for Pella. Indianola cannot hit anything under the hoop,
Wow.
Rick.
That's just, I haven't seen this. This is something I haven't seen in a while. Just not able
And they're
to
good
put-
looks.
Yes.
Here's Van Zee out to Van Vart. First time she didn't succeed, she'll try again, can't get it to go. High rebound is tipped around and controlled by Smith of Indianola. 15 seconds remaining. Shot clock is off here in the first quarter. Pella has a 12-6 lead. Indianola can cut that gap, and, Rick, they have the arrow. Naughton holds till 5 seconds. 3 seconds on the clock. She'll dribble, drive, kick it out. Her shot was blocked by Tauke. Kylie Tauke gets the rebound and the block shot, and the Dutch defense dominating in the first quarter, 12-6. Still a lot of ball game left here inside our Indianola Hy-Vee radio broadcast booth. Rick and I are back with more after this on KNIA.
Jerry and Lucy Ellis of Pella were building a new home, and Mike Blom with Cabinet Design and Wood Harbor Cabinetry made everything a breeze.
It was such an easy process. We had cabinets in the kitchen, 3 bathrooms, the utility room, and we could pick all that out in 1 hour and a half because he had exactly what you needed to make your house look beautiful.
Hi, I'm Mike Blom, the Cabinet Guy. Cabinet Design of Pella, where we expand and enhance your ideas beyond your expectations.
At Knoxville Hospital and Clinics, we are your neighbors, your healthcare providers, and your community partner. Hi, I am Jerry Brown, and I'm proud to work at the Knoxville Hospital and Clinics. As the greeter, I enjoy making sure each person is welcome to our facility and put at ease knowing that we will help them get to where they need to go. For all your healthcare needs, choose Knoxville Hospital and Clinics.
Live inside the Indianola Hy-Vee radio broadcast booth, Andrew Schneider, Rick Wilson. The early difference so far in a champion seed game reset presented by dealer Jay Boat. Pella 3 block shots, 3 steals, and they have a 12-6 lead over Indianola, who will start the second quarter with the basketball. And Kendall McDaniel, Haley Van Vark, the matchup in the post to watch, both back in the game here to start the quarter. Another short shot, Rick, that misses, this time an offensive rebound. McDaniel, and she'll get the putback to go. Kendall McDaniel with the offensive board. She'll clean it up, but another miss, Rick.
Yeah, and another miss, but yet that one, a rebound and a putback, we've got it. puts Indianola within 4.
Yeah, a 2-possession game now tightened to a 4-point advantage. And that's the thing. Pella's lead is very fleeting here if they can't get more scoring going. Abby Warner tries to trigger a long 3. Battle for the rebound is won by Kylie Tauke until she'll step on the line near side. And the rebound will go to Indianola. Good fight there by Tauke to try and get the extra possession for the Dutch. Indianola, though, a chance to close the gap further. Here's Naughton running the point. Warner guarding her. Over the timeline she'll go. Plenty of time on the shot clock here. Flip pass to Dana Blake. Blake finding McDaniel at the free throw line. And no call there. May have been a flop by Pella. Another shot misses. And then McDaniel gets the rebound and gets another putback. Yeah. And it looks like her presence feeling more felt here. Back-to-back buckets to start the second quarter for the talented Kendall McDaniel.
Yeah, it's a strong rebound, and she just kind of stood her ground and went right back up and got the roll off the front, and we got an offensive foul here. Looks like maybe a little bit of push-off. It did.
It was a moving screen off the ball on top.
That's what it was, yes, down in there. So, yeah, looking at that, you've got that right. And then that was called on Tauke, right?
Yeah.
She picks up her
So
first.
a 9-0 start for Pella, but Indianola has clawed their way back despite their shooting woes. A lot of putback opportunities. 3 in a row, in fact, have gotten Indianola back within 1 possession. Pella's defense was tight in the first quarter. Wide open 3 attempt on the way for the Indians, and it's good. And Indianola has their first lead, and that'll force the vision for less timeout for Pella as Zoe Belt buries it from downtown.
Yeah, Zoe will, if it's open, she'll take it, she'll get it. She has really come along the last few ball games like I talked about, and she just kind of get that. She gets open. She's got that nice shot. She's got a great release and everything. little tentative in the first part of the season, maybe like November, December, that type of thing. But last couple ball games, she's come on real well with that outside shooting.
Let's take a look at our Forest Septic Environmental Services radio scoreboard. Earlham 17, Pleasantville 9, end of 1. All girls scores here. Knoxville 21, Cardinal 12 after 1. DCG 10, Pella Christian 2 after 1. That's a look at your scoreboard presented by Forest Septic Environmental Services. This was a Vision for Less timeout. Improving lives by helping people see better. If poor visibility is causing you to miss things, take a timeout and visit Vision for Less in Pella to get back into the game. Pella with a deficit for the first time tonight. 13-12. The shooting had gone cold on offense. Rick, a lot of three-pointers taken by Pella, where Indianola was missing in the paint earlier. Pella missing from beyond the arc, and Indianola has done a good job of working their way not only back into this game, but to their first lead. Here's Warner kicking it out for Haley Van Vark. She doesn't take them often. She got that one to go. Kylie Tauke gets the offensive rebound, and she's surrounded by nothing but friends, and then she walked to the corner, Rick, wide open. Indianola left her alone, and she got the three. I'm not sure what happened there.
I'm not either. I know it looks like she forgot to. She's not going to do it, and she just backs up there right in front of the Indianola bench and drains a three. What a great move.
Yeah, McDaniel puts the arm out, and that was a pretty obvious offensive foul. Her first. Just the team second so far.
So, 2 team fouls for Indianola, 4 team fouls for the Pella Dutch.
And I want to go back to that play by Tauke. Is she got the rebound? There were 3 defenders around her, and then all of a sudden, Rick, they just dispersed.
Yeah, they just
and Kylie's like, okay. And Pella's probably their best shooter, and they left her wide open.
I wouldn't want to leave her alone, and they did. And boy, by God, they got to be able to correct that.
And here's Tristan Gordon popping it up. The runner over McDaniel, can't get it to go. Rebound low, grabbed by Belt off the floor. 15-13 Dutch, but here comes Naughton. Naughton has it poked out from behind by Abby Warner. Back and forth we go. We knew we'd have a good game brewing here. Pella opening with a 9-0 run, in case you missed it. Presented by Hines Mechanical, but Indianola's come rallying back. But Pella putting another big blow in with a big three-pointer. 3 ties or lead changes in the game so far. Indianola ball. Here's McDaniel off the dribble. Good defense again by Van Vark. McDaniel will get her own rebound and kick it out to Naughton. And Naughton pops up a 3. Off the mark, no. And Tauke collects it for the Dutch. Tauke has it knocked out by Naughton and stolen away by Indianola. This is Dana Blake with the 3rd Pella turnover. And now Pella gets it right back with Tristan Gordon. And they'll call the tie-up. Possession arrow favoring Pella. So back and forth we go. We're playing pinball at half court.
Yeah. It seems like that way, and they get it. Well, great job. They took it down, and then she just kind of turned. I think she was losing her balance and had to get rid of it. And there was the Pella defender right there to pick it up, take it away. Jump ball called, and it stays with the Pella Dutch.
Indianola Municipal Utilities instant radio update. It's Norwalk and Newton tied at 10 after 1. Shot misses for Pella. Rebound cleared by Bryn Bishop back into the game off the bench. 15-13. Here comes some full court pressure here from Pella. Ahead to McDaniel. McDaniel thought about the mismatch with Warner. Instead, she'll kick it out. A 3-point shot misses from the corner. That was Dana Blake, and the rebound controlled by Kennedy Van Vark of Pella. Up ahead to Tauke. Tauke looking for a second tray. Can't drop it. Warner will get the offensive rebound, though. Good fight for Pella. Dutch get the extra possession here, up by 2. Nearing the halfway point. Tauke into the defense, and here's a foul trouble situation now for Indianola. McDaniel will be back on the pine with Coach Jansen, her second.
Yeah, she had it there. Her issue there was she stepped into her, and she was straight up. But if she stays straight up, she doesn't draw that foul. But she stepped into her, and now we've got Pella at the free throw line.
4:15 remaining. First is in for Kylie Tauke, leading scorer for the Dutch this season. Tauke was girl number 6, if you will, in the rotation a year ago. Pella's entire backcourt, Rick, graduates, and Tauke stepped up in a big way.
Yeah, she does. She averaged 12 points a ball game plus, and then 72% from the free throw line. So very good ball player, very good player from that cherry stripe, but she misses the second one.
You jinxed her, Rick.
I did.
That's okay.
My deal.
16-13.
I get accused of that all the time. I get accused of that all the time.
I know. 16-13. Indianola breaks the Pella pressure, but they'll have to settle into a half-court set with Naughton from the backcourt. She's now beyond the volleyball line, trying to set up a play. There's a double screen perhaps at the top on the pick and roll. Naughton kicks it out. Blake ends up with it on the elbow jumper, way short, but she'll end up getting her own rebound. Dana Blake. Shot clock resets here, 3:43 game clock. Indianola trying to get on the board again here after they took a brief lead and a travel.
She walked, yeah.
That is the 6th Indianola turnover I've got. 4 for Pella so far.
And she just kind of, they do that. We see that a lot where they move that back pivot foot. She's got to be able to put that ball down. Nice move, but maybe in the NBA, but not in high school ball.
Here is Tristan Gordon over the half-court line. Gordon running the point. And they were trying to get a play drawn up for Eliza Van Zee. Van Zee was not able to get the wayward pass, and Pella gives a gift off to Coach Jansen's team, Indianola, but here comes the full court pressure. 16-13. Defense dominating a lot here in this game between two ranked teams in Class 4A as of this week. We expect some changes in the poll as we get off of winter break. 3 on the way for Blake is short, and Indianola can't collect the rebound. Team rebounds with the Dutch out of bounds, and we will get a full McCoy True Value timeout from Coach Jansen. We'll take it with them. 16-13 Dutch, 3:09 second quarter.
Here often brings colder temperatures to Iowa, which means snow and ice. Even though we work hard to keep the lights on, sometimes Mother Nature has a different plan in store. If your power goes out, give us a call to let us know, and then hang tight while we fix power lines. If there is a large storm, follow us on Facebook for power restoration updates. And remember to stay away from any down power lines outside. Assume it's live and not safe. Looking out for you, we're Pella Cooperative Electric.
Do you know where to look if your pet goes missing in the Pella area?
This is Dr. Glenda Van Wyk at Van Wyk Veterinary Clinic. We are in partnership with the City of Pella and serve as the pound for animals found within city limits. If your pet gets loose or goes missing, please check in with our office. We love a good family reunion.
Sadly, some pets are never claimed by an owner.
Please check out our adoptables on petfinder.com or stop in our office during business hours. Van Wyk Veterinary Clinic.
Quality, compassion, family.
Inside the Indianola Hy-Vee radio broadcast booth, a McCoy True Value timeout for Coach Jansen. Indianola has the wayward shot. Pella basketball with a 3-point lead. Still a lot of game to go here until our halftime, 3:09 in the second quarter. Kennedy Van Vark, Elia Riddick, Tristan Gordon, Eliza Van Zee, and Kylie Tauke on the floor for Pella. Indianola with a mix of starters and bench players as well we'll get to in a second. But we have Pella's possession to talk about here. It's Van Vark, not guarding her. Also Lauren Olson's on the floor for Indianola, guarding Tauke. Here is Tristan Gordon. Free throw line, the runner is short, no good. Van Zee collecting the offensive rebound, and then she's fouled.
Yeah, I think there's going to be Dana Blake with that, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, Blake with that. Be her first. Team fourth, I believe.
Yep. Each team now even up. Considering the defensive intensity, here's a tip and a steal on the inbound by Naughton. Heads up play by the senior point guard. She's seen her basketball career have a lot of good moments. That was a pretty nifty move right there on the baseline. And now Indianola with a chance to tie or get this one back within one. I was about to say, Rick, though, this game been very clean foul-wise considering the number of defensive possessions, and then a poor pass by Indianola gives Pella an extra possession. Here's Kennedy Van Vark, 3 on the way, online but long. Riddick tries to pop up the rebound, and it will go to the Indians.
Yeah, nice. I thought it was a good shot. She just caught the rim at the wrong time, bounced up over. I thought it was going to hit the upper, but it didn't quite bounce that high. And almost a good save, but it goes out of bounds. Indianola with a basketball.
Here's Naughton trying to work a 2-on-1 after she dribbles through the pressure. Counted and
nice
one
move.
On a nice move by Dana Blake, who comes open in the lane. Van Zee tasked with the foul.
The pass was in there. Dana Blake took it, made a nice move, and then, of course, the foul, and it was Van Zee. She picks up her first.
Dana Blake, you mentioned her in the pregame, off the bench, a spark for Indianola, especially with Kendall McDaniel in some foul trouble. She'll miss the free throw. Elia Riddick will clear the rebound for Pella. Dutch working down quickly. It's Riddick in the post, kicking it out to Van Zee. Van Zee triggers a wide-open three. That's not her typical foray, but it's another offensive rebound for the Dutch and Kylie Tauke, knocked out of bounds by Indianola.
I think last touch by Indianola, and I think Dana Blake might have got a hand on that, and it was last touch by her, but it'll stay with Pella out of bounds.
16-15. Dutch with a 1-point lead. Bounce pass into Tauke. She's just inside the three-point circle, left side of the rim. Here is Tristan Gordon. Gordon. Dribble, drive, up the right side, shoots a layup, and just off the dribble, Gordon creating for two. And that's not having McDaniel on the floor. There's not that post presence to deter Pella from doing that, Rick.
Yeah, and she made a nice move there, took it down in, took it inside, took it strong, and that was good play by Pella doing that, seeing that was open and available.
Here's a steal by the Dutch. It was started by Van Vark, and up ahead again. It's our Randall Roofing Raise the Roof moment of the game in transition. Tristan Gordon for 2. Pella forcing some turnovers here, and the pressure ramping up. It's a quick foul called on Gordon. When the moment arises and it's time for a new roof, think Randall Roofing, Rick. This Pella defense at times has just been so suffocating.
Yeah, they have it, and that's what's got them the lead, got them that 9-point advantage that they had. They ran that 9-0 runoff. Their defense has been solid. Often, I mean, they've committed to 6 turnovers, but just 9 turnovers is what I have for Indianola. And we're coming up on 1 minute to play here in the first half.
Yeah, Indianola needs to do some work here, Rick, if they want to keep this one closer into halftime. Arrow does favor the Indians. They've got 24 seconds on the shot clock, 56 on the game clock. Another tip. This time it was Van Vark. She left her post for a second, though. It got the shot open. Then Van Vark will tip the rebound out to Belt of Indianola. I think just averting disaster after she jumped the pass. She was able to recover defensively. But Indianola now will have a chance to maybe have certainly the second to last shot of this half, and they'll pour it in from downtown. The great equalizer, Rick, is that three-point shot. Belt was open. She's made her second of the quarter.
Yeah, she's got a couple threes there. She likes that spot over there, and she got it to go down, and it gets them within 2.
Abby Warner back out to Kennedy Van Vark. Can she answer on the other side? And the answer is yes. 8 points for Kennedy Van Vark, and Dutch have a 5-point lead again. 13 seconds remaining. Coach Forsyth and Bell screaming from the Dutch bench, trying to get this defense going. Just over the timeline, and 8 seconds was Indianola. It's a kick to the corner. Can they beat the buzzer? Oh, boy.
Oh.
Zoe Belt with a big quarter to keep Indianola in this game, and 23-21 as the teams open up the offensive faucet just before our halftime show. We'll take a timeout in our Indianola Hy-Vee radio broadcast booth. Andrew Schneider and Rick Wilson on KNIA.
Hearthstone is Pella's most complete network of living options and services for older adults. Campuses include Fairhaven East, Pella Manor, and the Cottages, with an expansion of the Cottages coming soon. Everything they do is designed around encouraging you to live a life of enhanced purpose and meaning, whether it's through independent living, catered living, assisted living, memory care, long-term care, or skilled care. They have an option that's right for you. To learn more, call Montessa today at 620-4200.
The Pella community features wonderful Dutch architecture all around town, but there's one place in downtown Pella that takes you right into the heart of Amsterdam. A beautiful brick walk featuring a winding canal, a working drawbridge, and a classic old world atmosphere. Welcome to the Molengraat, home to Pella's finest lodging at the Amsterdam Hotel. Dining with Liberty Street Kitchen and Oriental Express, Beautiful You Salon, Pella Nail Salon, the Pella Window and Door Showroom, and many service businesses. You can even take in a movie at Pella Cinemas. Good luck to our local sports teams from the Molengraat in Pella.
If you're looking for the best burger around, look no further than Wood Iron Grill. Home of Iowa's Best Burger 2019, Wood Iron Grill serves delectably crafted cuisines and beverages with intentional service. Try their famous Iowa's Best Burger, their mouth-watering tenderloin, a chef's feature, or their unique spin on your comfort food favorites. At the Wood Iron Grill, they are deeply gratified by the opportunity to forge a legacy of inspiration, connection, and acceptance for all who enter. Open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Wood Iron Grill, making memories one plate at a time.
A new year means new projects, and what better place to get all your new project supplies than McCoy True Value in Indianola. Stop in and take advantage of their January Bargains of the Month, featuring a Stanley Fastmax 35-foot tape measure for just $18.99. Get things packed up from the holidays with their Sterlite 64-quart latching storage box for just $9.99, and do all those indoor projects in comfort with a Comfort Zone Deluxe oil-filled radiator heater for just $49.99. Get those projects started now with McCoy True Value in Indianola. McCoy True Value, service with heart.
This is the Southtown Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Radio halftime show. Southtown not only holds the keys to your next vehicle, they want to be a key part of the Indianola community. They do that with giving back to local charities and working with businesses. Southtown of Indianola working with you and for you. Andrew Schneider and Rick Wilson after a very busy first half here for these two teams. It's Pella 23, Indianola 21. Indians briefly took the lead in this quarter, but Pella has been able to kind of pull away until that last barrage by Indianola's Zoe Belt put us back within a one-possession game. Let's go ahead and run down our first half stats. They are presented and delivered by Pella Fiber. Rick, do you want me to do it or do you want to do it?
Well, here's the
What's
stats
tradition
I got.
here?
Yeah, go. Well, sometimes I'll get it. That gives you a
You
chance
go.
to take a break here. Scoring for Indianola, we'll look at that first. Emily Naughton with 4. I've got 9 for Zoe Belt. And Kenna McDaniel with 4, Lauren Olson with 2, and Dana Blake with 2. They were 4 for 5 from the free throw line. Indianola was in the first half. They had 9 turnovers and offensive rebounds. I have 7 offensive rebounds for Indianola and 11 defensive rebounds for the Indians. Moving over to Pella, the Dutch. Scoring looked like this. Gordon was 6. We had Kylie Talkie with 6 points. Leading away for Pella was Kennedy Van Vark. She has 8. I've got 2 for Mia Warner and Aliyah Riddick with 1. They were 2 out of 3 from the free throw line. And the same thing applies for, they're pretty even on the rebounding. It's 7 offensive rebounds I had for Pella and 11 defensive rebounds for the Dutch. 6 turnovers is what I recorded for the Dutch in the first half. So that's kind of look at some of the scoring, some of the stats in the first half.
Thank you, Rick Wilson. Inside the Number is delivered by Pella Fiber, where every home gets a gig. Join the movement today at PellaFiber.com. We'll step aside in our Southtown Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Radio halftime show. When we come back, we'll talk second half adjustments. We got a good one brewing here on 94.3 KNIA. Pella 23, Indians 21. Girls basketball action, a top 15 ranked show now.
What you doing out here?
Oh, hey, Dad. Nothing. Just reading the stars.
What does it say?
Fortune favors the brand.
Fortune favors the brand?
Yep.
Maybe those stars are talking to me. I mean, at the office, we have been kicking around the idea of refreshing our website, but I have no idea where to even begin.
I don't know, Dad. Maybe they'll have an answer for you tomorrow night.
Don't look for your brand answers in the stars. Call Brand Appeal for all your branding, print, web, interactive, and video needs.
Brand Appeal. Jump on the brand wagon.
Now that the cold weather is here, how is your furnace holding up? If the answer is not so well, then maybe it's time to call Van Haften Plumbing and Heating. They're a Dave Lennox premier dealer and they're NATE certified, which means that they're up to date on the latest solutions in the industry. So call Van Haften's today in Pella or Knoxville and set up a time to have your furnace inspected. They'll ensure it's running at maximum efficiency so that you're ready for Old Man Winter's extended stay. You'll rest easy when you pick up the phone and hear
Van Haften. Enjoy 2022's best animated film, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, rated PG at Pella Cinemas. Puss in Boots will need the help of his friends on his quest to restore his 9 lives, but the big bad wolf and his gang are determined to stop him. Grab your kids' packs at the concession stand and settle in your seats for this animated hit. Also showing at Pella Cinemas is the big screen event Avatar: The Way of Water, rated PG-13. Critics say it's easily one of the best theatrical experiences in ages. For a list of showtimes, visit Pella-Cinemas.com and enjoy a movie at Pella Cinemas. Gordon & Associates Ltd. has offices in Oskaloosa and Creston, and they serve clients throughout most of Iowa. With more than 70 years of service and a growing staff of highly qualified employees, they provide clients with assistance in water treatment and distribution, wastewater collection and treatment, street construction and renovation, stormwater management, and residential, commercial, and industrial developments, in addition to a variety of specialty projects. Today, Gordon & Associates Ltd. continues to grow and prosper, building upon the solid foundation of its predecessors. Give Gordon & Associates a call today at 641-672-2526.
Gilchrist Jewett and Pella is your local source for windows from trusted manufacturers including Marvin, Anderson, Gherkin, and Silverline. They also stock and supply the top-of-the-line composite decking materials from TimberTech and Westbury Railings for a relaxing, family-friendly, and minimum maintenance area to enjoy for decades. As always, Gilchrist Jewett welcomes all contractors and homeowners alike for all your quality lumber, building supplies, flooring, cabinets, garage doors, and more in Pella.
Grow strong with us. Light and State Bank. Light and State Bank.
Hi, this is Shannon at Light and State Bank. We're excited to announce that we've bumped up our rate on our Lighten interest account to 3.56% APY. If you'd like to earn up to $534 annually for doing simple things like signing up for e-statements, paying bills by ACH, and swiping your card a dozen times per month, our rewards account might be perfect for you. Light and State Bank, member FDIC.
This is the Southtown Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Radio halftime show. Southtown not only holds the keys to your next vehicle, they want to be a key part of the community. They do that by giving back to Indianola's charities and local businesses. Southtown of Indianola working with you and for you. Let's start with our second half adjustments for Pella, presented by the Young Door Service. it feels like, Rick, on the surface here, Pella has played the better game, right? They have the extra turnovers. They've created some opportunities in transition. If it wasn't for Zoe Belt's little barrage there, Pella needs to guard that perimeter a little better. If not, Indianola has enough shooting that they can make this a game. I think for Pella in the second half, they've got to somehow find a way to continue to guard the perimeter the way they have, but they need to extend that defense a little bit. For Indianola, what are your second half adjustments presented by Details?
First off, defense, you've got to be out there and cover Van Vark. She's shooting from outside. She's got that three, and Kylie Talkie also comes out. They've got to be able to cover that. We talked about that one play down in the corner. They have three Indianola players down there. They left that. They really need to cover that, make sure they cover that outside shoot, kind of like what you talked about. And we need to get some more the offensive rebounds. We need to get some putbacks. They're doing, both teams are doing a great job with defensive rebounds. Foul trouble-wise, as I look at this, just Kendall McDaniel had 2, and I think we've got Warner with 2 for Pella. So really, it's been a fairly clean ball game. It really has up and down the floor. I thought the officials are doing a great job. And there's kind of a flow. It'll see. For me, it's who comes out in this second half and who can put that pressure on. It's a 2-point ball game, and we've got to see who can maybe make that first 2 to 3 minutes. That's going to be for either team. I think that you can say that for either team right now.
Absolutely right. Those are your Indianola second half adjustments presented by Details Plus Collision Center. Remember, when you need auto body repair, the difference between one shop and the next are the little details. Details Plus Collision Center in Indianola. And your Pella second half adjustments are presented by DeYoung Door Service. One of the quickest ways to adjust the look of your home is a new garage door with the gurus of garage doors, DeYoung Door Service in Pella. And that wraps up our Southtown Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Radio halftime show. We're back inside our Indianola Hy-Vee radio broadcast booth on 94.3 KNIA. And let's go ahead and take a look at our instant radio updates presented by Indianola Municipal Utilities. We have DCG pulling away from Pella Christian, 31-12 at the half. That's our most recent score there. So we will have both fight songs for both schools played by Indianola. Everyone has the same On Wisconsin We Go as we're inside our broadcast booth. And you are listening to Indianola versus Pella basketball, powered by Community First Credit Union. We're live tonight here on the One to Count On for today's local sports coverage on the home of the Dutch and Indians, KNIA KRLS. Tonight it's 94.3 KNIA, Knoxville, Indianola. Andrew Schneider, Rick Wilson coming to you from the home of the Indians, 23-21. Indianola starts with the ball for our radio audience, now working right to left in this third quarter. On the floor for Indianola, it'll be Naughton, Smith, Bishop, Belt, and McDaniel. They're starting 5. Gordon, Tauke, Warner, Van Vark, and Haley Van Vark. Kennedy and Haley on the floor for Pella. And Naughton has it poked away by Mia Warner. First turnover of the half goes to Indianola as Van Vark will work it down the floor against Naughton. So a missed chance there early for Indianola, but Naughton not getting off of Van Vark here defensively, trying to harass the shooting guard for the Dutch. Here's Tristan Gordon. She had a nice couple of buckets back-to-back in that second quarter. Pella lengthening the possession here. Here's Haley Van Vark. She'll back into McDaniel. Takes a step, maybe an extra one, but misses anyway, and McDaniel gets her 5th rebound.
Oh, wow, that was quite the little move. And Indianola is in a zone. That's that 2-3 zone they're playing, and we're looking as we come down. I believe it looks like the Dutch are in that same 2-3 type zone.
A lot of similarities between these teams. McDaniel will leap ahead after an air ball, get the shot back up, misses the putback, and Mia Warner collects the rebound for the Dutch. Back and forth we go here, kind of similar to how we started that first quarter, Rick. No scoring in the first 3 minutes of this game, in case you missed it, presented by Heinz Mechanical. Dutch went on a 9-0 run. Since then, it's been nothing but back and forth between these two very good teams in Class 4A. Tauke has the first one hit hard off the iron, right back to her, and she's got 8 points after her 3rd offensive rebound of the night.
Yeah, she made a nice rebound in there, and I thought Kendall McDaniel's a little bit close on that, but no call. They're letting them play, and I like that fact that they are letting them play, and that was a nice rebound and a great putback by Tauke.
25-21, Dutch have a 4-point lead. They've led by as much as 9. Indianola has had a singular 1-point lead that came early second quarter in a champion seed game reset presented by dealer Jay Boat. 25-21, Pella's zone, trying to extend it a little bit to cover some of these shooters. Zoe Belt had 3 trays. She has the ball top of the circle. Dribble drive off iron, no. Avoids the shot clock violation. McDaniel is fouled. and she's at the line for 2 after the offensive rebound. 7 rebounds for McDaniel, and she'll try to earn it at the line.
And I think that's on Warner, and if it is, that might be her third. I might be wrong on that. I have to wait and see what the official call is. You're right. It is on her, and it is her third, and we will have.
Well, and I think Pella is trying to say it was on number 12, Tauke.
Well, they were both in there. That's why I was kind of hesitant to say, and it looked like they were going towards, and then, Olsen in the ball game for Indianola as Bishop comes out, or Smith comes out, excuse me.
Well, here's the official talking now. I think they said it's on number 12. We'll see. I don't know. They haven't made any announcement, but McDaniel does make the first free throw. She will miss the second, and Mia Warner gets the aforementioned rebound. So McDaniel has 5 points. It's 25-22 Dutch. In the corner, it's Tauke. Kylie Tauke off a dribble. That zone defense trying to extend in that perimeter, and right in the lane was Bryn Bishop. Pella's Van Vark just throws it away. A gimme here for Indianola and a big chance to close the gap again. Naughton down low to McDaniel and sipped out of bounds by Van Vark. No, out of bounds off of McDaniel.
Yeah, last touch by McDaniel. Just she got a piece of it. And
it looked close because Van Vark's hand came down, but she must have swiped and missed at it on its way out of bounds. Here's Kennedy Van Vark. That was Haley Van Vark we were talking about. Here's Tauke. Indianola extending their defense, Rick. They're trying to fluster now this backcourt for Pella. 25-22. Already 15 seconds off the shot clock here for the Dutch.
Yeah, they're bringing those two guards out to give them a little bit of pressure.
And Tauke dribbles right through it, misses the runner, gets her own rebound again. Fighting through traffic, then she'll have it stolen away. So another Pella turnover here. Their second, but then intercepted right back. Neither team seemingly having good care of the basketball here. 3 turnovers already for Indianola in the quarter. Here's Van Vark into a double team. Wide open, Mia Warner in the wing for 3, no. Zoe Belt clears the rebound for Indianola. And now she has trouble on the baseline from Haley Van Vark. 25-22, 4:46 remaining. McDaniel just does get it over the timeline. Ahead to Naughton. Naughton on the wing, out to Belt. 9 points in the game for Belt to lead Indianola. Flips it left side to Bryn Bishop. Bishop shovels it back to Belt. Around the horn they go. A dribble drive, in and out, no good. Another short shot missed by Indianola, Rick. Warner gets the 6th rebound.
Yeah, Olsen went up. She put a little bit of hard off the glass that time, but had a nice floater going up there, but just wasn't able to get it down and the fight for it. Pella comes down with a rebound.
Tristan Gord with a long-range 3, no good. Mia Warner collects it for 2 on the cleanup. Warner with 7 rebounds, despite the fact, Rick, she's been in foul trouble.
Yeah, she's battling back in there.
Nearly a tip and a steal by Kennedy Van Vark. Indianola just does keep it alive. Now they're ahead to Belt. She's in the lane. Her floater misses. McDaniel got the easy rebound. She came behind Rick and was wide open. I have 6 offensive rebounds for McDaniel and 7 points.
Yeah, she's doing a fantastic job in there. She's got that 7 points. She is their rebound leader, and tonight that's great rebounding for McDaniel as we've got 3:39 to play here in the third.
There's Tauke for 2. Yeah. Kylie Tauke, the first in double figures, made that one look easy. And McDaniel, I think, wasn't as aggressive because she's got those 2 fouls, Rick.
Yeah, she's got to kind of play off a little bit and play smart.
Oh, she thought about a 3. Nearly traveled and does.
Yeah, she did there. Yeah.
I mean, she thought a couple times about the shot she probably didn't want to take, and then Pella put enough harassing defense. Indianola's 4th turnover of the half so far already. Yeah, 3:21 here in the third.
We're going to bring Smith and Blake back in the ball game, and coming out will be Bishop and McDaniel for Indianola. I didn't see any changes for Pella.
They have Riddick, Warner, and Van Zee. They came in on the other side on the back.
Got it. Yep.
They snuck in behind you, Rick.
Yeah, they did. I was looking down that other way.
Pella over the timeline will throw it away. And again, there was Naughton on Kennedy Van Vark. Naughton has been very aggressive. And because there's no foul trouble, Rick, both teams can kind of afford to extend the zone defense now, knowing that they can get a hack or 2 on the wrist.
Yeah, I've got that. And the Dutch have that lead. We're coming up on 3 minutes to go here in this third quarter.
29-24.
Lead by 5. Yep.
And then 3 turnovers now for Pella. So neither team has been particularly strong protecting the basketball here so far. Setting up a screen was Blake. Blake hands it off. Now Naughton, baseline jumper is good. Pure looking shot for Naughton, her first bucket since the first quarter. And back within a possession are the Indians. Up ahead to Mia Warner. Warner to Warner. Abby Warner, we got a collision. And a foul called on Indianola that was on Zoe Belt.
That might be on Belt. Yeah, you're right. That's correct. It is on Belt. She's going to pick up her second.
And just the first of the half here for Indianola. Considering all the defense we've kind of talked about, calamity we've had so far, Rick, pretty clean game. Do have a couple of instant radio updates here on KNIA. We'll tell you about, presented by Indianola Municipal Utility Services in a second. Meanwhile, Pella with the ball. Here's Van Zee. Out to Warner. Warner stops on the post. Out to Kennedy Van Vark. Catch and shoot three. Yes, nothing but net for Kennedy Van Vark. She's in double figures. Pella up to a 6-point lead. And now full court pressure against Naughton. Naughton loses the dribble, gets it back at the half court line, has a wide open Belt. Can she answer? She's had the hot hand for Indianola. No, it was online but short. But Riddick ends up bumping into Olsen on the offensive rebound, and foul shots coming for the freshman.
Yeah, it was a nice rebound there. She timed that just perfectly. Boy, I'll tell you what, it was a nice shot there. She could have got it back into. That would have been a nice three for Indianola to answer. Not able to get it. The foul was on Van Zee. That's her second. And we've got Olsen at the free throw line. She was 2 for 2 in that first quarter.
And she'll get a friendly hometown bounce on that one to get that one in. Congratulations to Ryan Grunwald, our fan of the game, presented by Cabin Coffee Company for Indianola. Ryan's won a $25 gift certificate. If you'd like to be our fan of the game, stop by Cabin Coffee Company to register, and then listen to our next Indianola broadcast Friday to see if you're our fan of the game, presented by Cabin Coffee Company. 2 of 2 at the line for Olsen. She's got all 4 points at the stripe. Pella to a 4-point lead, 2 minutes to play here in the third. Van Vark has been battling with Naughton here in this quarter, bringing it down the floor. Here's Eliza Van Zee well outside the perimeter. Here's Abby Warner on the handoff, has it knocked away. Tauke is able to get it back and dribble, drive, can't get it to go. Another offensive rebound for Tauke, and she's got 2 more foul shots. Just as McDaniel has been so good on the offensive glass, it's the 5th offensive board for Tauke.
Yeah, she's been able to drive in there, and she's taken advantage of that. She's got that
second
speed,
foul
that agility.
on Blake.
And Blake will pick it up, and that's her second.
We do have a McCoy True Value timeout. We will keep it right here. Do want to tell you about our Delivery.com fan of the game. Might as well, while we're giving away some free cabin coffee, let's give away some free Delivery.com in Pella. Dustin Chidester is our fan of the game, presented by Delivery.com. Yamoto, Liberty Street Kitchen, Dutch Fix, George's Canaritos, all delivered to your door. You can be our fan of the game, presented by Delivery.com. Join Dustin and see if you're our Pella fan of the game on Friday when they host DCG. Andrew Schneider and Rick Wilson on 94.3 KNIA. You are listening to Pella versus Indianola basketball, powered by Bank Iowa. Everyone has a dream, a goal, and a milestone to achieve. At Bank Iowa, they say,
let's make it happen.
And let's keep this good game rolling here, Rick. Tauke is at the line after the third timeout called by Coach Jansen and company. A 30-second variety, has 2 60s left in his back pocket. Pella with 4 timeouts and a 4-point lead. Tauke with a chance to score. At the free throw line, she'll make the first. 11 points tonight for Kylie Tauke. Also on our radio scoreboard, presented by Forest Septic Environmental Services, a lot of games that we have going on here across the Little Hawkeye Conference and South Central Iowa. Tauke has the second one, rim out, rebound controlled by Olsen of Indianola. It's Pleasantville trailing Earlham 44-30, Norwalk 25, Newton 24 in a girls' game at the half, and DCG 31-12, and a 10-second violation by Indianola. Full pressure defense, and Indianola caught napping. Pella really did a nice job with their traps there, forcing the 5th turnover of the half.
That's just they got to be able to get it down, and they've been close a couple other times, but that time they just held strong there.
Here's Tristan Gordon. Gordon on the inbounds, finding Eliza Van Zee. Van Zee, scoop shot at the rim for 2. Pella has a 7-point lead. They're 2 points off their largest lead of the game. Indianola needs to get something going here in the third quarter. Here's Naughton breaking the press, and a good foul by Tauke because Blake was wide open underneath the hoop. Yeah, sometimes it's okay to make contact.
Sometimes it's good to do that because, like you just said, you make that. She had an easy too, but it seems like, I might think maybe I'll let her shoot that because they have been not doing very well with those easy shots underneath. But anyway, the foul was
another shot blocked. It's right back into the arms of Bryn Bishop after Tauke got her mitts on it. Second block for Tauke, who might as well be 6'3", Rick, the way she's playing. 3 block shots and 6 offensive rebounds for the senior guard for the Dutch. Here's Indianola down by 7. They've been able to come back every time so far. Pella's had an answer. Indianola's responded. Here's Belt, and she's been a big part of that here tonight. 9 points all coming in the second quarter. A tip and a steal. Here's Abby Warner, the future Iowa Hawkeye in transition. Will lay it in. It's our drive to the basket presented by Pingle's Home Store. Abby Warner with the steal and score. At Pingle's Home Store, all sorts of great items and selection, and they want to be and help you drive your home to the next level. Thank you again to Pingle's Home Store, our drive to the basket sponsor for the Dutch tonight. 37-28, Pella matching their largest lead. Naughton will get a 3 or 4 roll on the rim. It's a good thing that doesn't violate the shot clock, right? It was up there forever. Here's Pella on the other side. Can Tristan Gordon answer with a 3? No. Offensive rebound for Pella. Eliza Van Zee. Here's Kennedy Van Vort. Can't get the shot to go. Van Zee nearly gets another rebound. It's a reach in here. I believe a foul on Van Zee.
Should be. She kind of got locked up in there, and as she turned away, she's locked. It's going to be a foul. It's going to be her
Belt will
third.
get the rebound. Yeah, foul trouble here for the Dutch. Riddick will come in for Van Zee. 12 seconds remaining. Pella 37-30. Rick, Pella rushing the possession there. They didn't need to. They have a 7-point lead on the road. I think I'd like Pella to maybe make a few passes there.
Yeah, I agree with you. They should have probably just took a little bit better care of the basketball there.
Naughton, it's essentially a pass to McDaniel. Can't get her shot to go. Mia Warner collects her 8th rebound. Warner shoots it at the buzzer. Looked good, but just off the mark. And the Dutch enter the third quarter with a 7-point lead, 37-30. Live inside our Indianola Hy-Vee radio broadcast booth on 94.3 KNIA.
Things that offer lots of value but don't cost anything? So do we. This is why Ulrich Ford Lincoln and Pella now offers a lifetime powertrain warranty, free of charge with the purchase of a new Ford, Lincoln, or pre-owned vehicle, less than 6 model years old, under 100,000 miles. And lifetime means lifetime. As long as you own your vehicle, it's covered. Get more details today at ulrichford.com or stop by to chat with one of our friendly sales consultants. Just one more way. Ulrich Ford Lincoln and Pella is taking care of you.
BK Service and Auto Repair in Pella is a brand new service shop for all your vehicle and small motor needs. Brandon Bloodgood purchased the old car wash on Washington Street and turned it into an auto repair service shop. Bring your vehicles, side-by-sides, boats. If it has a motor, Brandon can fix it. Located at the old car wash on Washington Street, call them today at 641-629-9053. 641-629-9053. Give them a call right now.
Hi, this is Brandon with BK Service. Come on over and see me.
Drive on over to Pingle's Home Store on the northwest corner of the square in Pella. Our drive to the basket presented by Pingle's Home Store. Pella 37, Indianola 30. Pella starts with the ball, Rick. A pivotal time here early in the quarter if the Indians want to mount a comeback.
Yeah, outscored 14-9 in that third quarter, Indianola was, and now Pella will have it. They can add to that lead, and this is a possession here where if they could get some points on, it's a big possession for Pella right now.
Here's Mia Warner. She may be down to 2 fouls because she stayed in that whole third quarter, so we'll see what the call is at the end of the day. Warner has it tipped away and stolen. Bryn Bishop comes up with it, Pella's 4th turnover of the half. Here comes more pressure, though. A triple team on Naughton. There's got to be numbers open down the floor for Indianola. McDaniel loses it down the floor, and they're going to call Mia Warner with the foul.
Wow.
I don't agree with that. That was a bailout just because she fell.
Yeah, I understand, and I'm almost in agreement with you there. She kind of lost control of it, and she kind of backed away, and I thought, well, that was it. That's going to be number 3.
They're going to so she is back to 3. So they gave that foul to someone else.
Yeah.
But, hey, here's the universal justice if you're a Pella fan, if you believe in that. A steal for Warner on the inbound. So all is well that ends well, I suppose. Pella still with a 7-point lead. Here's Kennedy Van Vark down low to Eli Riddick. Here's Abby Warner. Warner, the runner from the free throw line, and she's fouled. 2 shots coming.
Yeah, if she's going to draw that foul, that was just a nice floater up there, and really.
That's McDaniel's 3rd foul.
And she's going to pick up her 3rd, Andrew, and that gives 3 to her with 7:15 to go here in the 4th. Yeah, you'd leave her in. I'm a fan. I want to leave her in. You're
down by 7.
Yeah, she's got to learn to control this. You get down the road, and you got to learn to be able to do that. And I just leave her in there.
Haley Van Vark will check in for Elia Riddick. 38-30. Pella has an 8-point lead, a chance to tie their largest lead here with Abby Warner. It's a game reset presented by Champion Seed Dealer J. Boat, an independently owned and regionally focused seed company striving to build and maintain the broadest portfolio of genetics and traits. Easy for me to say, Champion Seed, they only champion the best. Second shot misses, rebound by Indianola. Indians need some work here. Down by 8, 7 minutes, still a lot of time, but their offense has been very ineffective thus far in the half. They can turn it, though, on a dime. They've got the players to do so. Here's Bishop. Bishop out to Dana Blake. Blake is finding Zoe Belt on the perimeter. Pella not giving an inch inside that three-point line.
I think Pella's going back to the lady defense is a smart thing to do.
Shot misses. It ran down to the shot clock. Mia Warner, her 9th rebound. Up ahead to Gordon. Gordon nearly travels. Gets it out to Kennedy Van Vark. Van Vark flips it out to Haley Van Vark. Here's Abby Warner. Warner scoots it out to Mia Warner. Here's Haley Van Vark. Cutting. It's Mia Warner in traffic. No shot. Fouled on the floor. Warner wanted the shot, but it is Pella's possession here. That is the 4th foul for Indianola. Second on Zoe Belt is what the official public address announcer has. I think you had one more on her, right?
I had 3 for her.
That's what I thought, too.
Too early. I'm not sure who that other foul was on.
We'll figure it out.
Well, as we figure it out and they get there, but just her second, yes.
Abby Warner
foul.
out, Kylie Tauke in. Here's Haley Van Vark. Scoop shot. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound. Mia Warner puts it in again. Wow. Mia Warner has 10 rebounds and 2 putbacks for 6 points, and Pella has their largest lead at 10, 40-30. Indianola moving quickly, not in good answer for 2. She finally broke through that line, and she's got 10 points.
Okay.
5:55 remaining here in the 4th quarter. It's our Indianola Hy-Vee radio broadcast booth. Here's Kylie Tauke. Tauke on the baseline is knocked out of bounds, and that's McDaniel's 4th foul, I'm pretty sure.
Well, that's if it is on her.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, and that's a huge loss for Indianola in the sense of now rebounding. Pella's going to have all the advantage.
And I think we had Dana Blake in there along with Kendall McDaniel. Now that'll bring Olsen, the freshman, in, and it'll put Blake back in that spot. And they are playing a lady-to-lady defense.
Yep, and now Kylie Tauke runs right by it for 2. There's no rim protector there. Now Pella's going to feel compelled just to drive to the paint here, Rick, I think, with this big lead. Double team trap on the other side. This is Bishop. Bishop has it roll in and out. 11 rebounds for Mia Warner. It's just been that kind of night for Indianola. They've missed how many, Rick, underneath in that 10-foot range and shorter.
Yeah, I wish I kept track of that, and I do not.
Tauke misses a layup on the other side, not in her 4th rebound. 5 total remaining here in the 4th quarter. 42-32, Pella, a 10-point lead. Not in his foul before her shot, I believe. I believe it was on Kennedy Van Vark.
They're talking about it.
No shot.
Yeah. It's good. No, he called it good.
They gave continuation on that shot.
Yeah.
So it's an and 1. Well, hey, that was as much continuation as I've seen in high school, but give it to her. She made a good cut to the basket. She earned the fouls.
Especially we had a couple on this end I thought were good continuations. But, that's why they're down on the floor and we're up here, right?
We're going to call that our Indianola Y Raise the Roof moment of the game. No matter where you're on your journey, the Y is where you can be, belong, and become. Explore their offerings to discover new ways to connect to your purpose, potential, and each other at your Indianola YMCA. A vision for less time out for head coach Blaine Forsyth. That's a full timeout. We'll take it with them. 42-35, Pella on top.
Indianola, come enjoy our family-friendly indoor setting. Get cozy by the fireplace with your favorite drink and play a board game. Need a relaxed space to have your next meeting? Or just want to catch up with your favorite people? In a hurry? Swing through our drive-thru. Cabin Coffee Indianola has it all for you. Come see us Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and Saturday, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. Don't forget to register to be the next Cabin Coffee fan of the game during the Indianola basketball broadcast. Cabin Coffee, Indianola.
It's a new year with new deals at your Indianola Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee fresh whole chicken is just $1.67 a pound. Hy-Vee tomato or chicken noodle soup, 49 cents a can. Hy-Vee cottage cheese is just 99 cents. Healthy choice steamers, 4 for $9. And Honey Crisp apples are just $1.98 a pound. Just a sampling of the deals this week at your Indianola Hy-Vee.
Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle.
Inside the Indianola Hy-Vee radio broadcast booth, Pella a 7-point lead after the officials discuss a 3-point play and then a turnover for Pella, their 5th. Emily Naughton trying to take this game over. She got the 3-point play. She's had 9 of her 13 points here in the second half, Rick, and Just a little life here for the Indians.
Yeah, a little life. They've brought into it. Now they've got to be able to score. And each time they bring that ball down, they've got to be able to put some points on the board.
Not in that time, doesn't get it to go, and then Indianola called with a foul.
I think it's going to be Blake. I think
Yep.
it is. Yeah, Dana
She
Blake.
was almost lucky there, Rick. I don't, like to always call that, but she kind of got tangled up there with Warner to a point where it almost seemed like that could have been a technical on Indianola. So Pella tipped away by Naughton. It will go over the half-court line here for the Dutch. So Indianola showing pressure for the first time tonight, going 5 guards.
I stopped by the PA announcer, DJ. We're making a stop out there, out of bounds.
It's over the half-court line here for Kylie Tauke. Naughton reaches in.
Reach in.
It was almost, I think it was the right hand that was grabbing her. The ball poke was clean, but it was the other hand.
You got that. It's her first, and it's going to be, I think we're in the bonus, I believe.
Pella
Should be
is in
bonus. Yes,
the
we will be. Yep.
single bonus, so huge chance here for Pella. She's only been 2 of 4 at the line here tonight. Pella has a 7-point lead. Still a lot of time here in this ballgame. 4:54 remaining. Tauke will miss the first. Well, Bishop gets her rebound. Indianola with opportunity here. This is where they've struggled to get it over the half-court line. 2-on-1 in the press break. Blake just missed it. She kind of shot put it, and then an offensive rebound for Olsen. All of a sudden, despite the fact McDaniel's out, Pella's starting to lose the rebounding battle here, and it feels like the Dutch are the ones pressing, even though, Rick, they've got the lead.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And then we're getting the rebound, and we're not getting the shot back up. Now we've got, I believe it's Olsen. Yeah, Olsen should be at the free throw line to shoot.
She's 4 of 4.
For 2.
She's now 5 of 5. Do have a instant radio update presented by IMU. 57-38, Earlham defeats Pleasantville. That's a final. Also, on our radio scoreboard on KNIA, it's DCG leading Pella Christian 52-17, continuous clock rolling over in Grimes. That's presented by Forest Septic Environmental Services. Both are in. Olsen's been ice in her veins at 6 points, all coming at the line, 6 for 6. And Indianola back within 5. Pella's got to clean it up here, Rick. Indianola, the door has been opened. Here's Kennedy Van Vart. Credit the Indianola defense. I'm not trying to not credit them either.
Right.
They've ramped up their pressure. And here's Warner, the runner. I think she traveled. Wasn't called. Rebound anyway. Goes to Indianola's Bishop. And now numbers here for Indianola in transition. And the shot misses again. Kennedy Van Vart collects the rebound here for Pella. 42-37. Pella's offense has gone ice cold here in this quarter. Van Vart trying to change that. Her shot redirected. And that's out of bounds off of Indianola. Maybe.
Had the position, had right where it needed to do, and it goes off her hands, goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Pella.
Feels like Mia Warner was able to have a little extra convincing argument there at the end, for sure. Halfway through the fourth quarter, Pella had a 42-35 lead evaporate here. And then a foul called on Blake, and she's in foul trouble. Much to the chagrin of the Indianola faithful in front of us.
I thought when he looked over, he was going to call that on Warner, and I thought she's the one that, it is Blake. Blake will get it, and that's her fourth.
So a lot of foul trouble for Indianola. 42-37 here in the fourth quarter. First is in. Pella needing these foul shots to go in because they're going to be shooting a lot of them here in the last 4 minutes.
Yeah, right now in the second half here, they're 3 out of 6 from the charity stripe. Another opportunity here for Warner. Good free throw shooter, 70% from the charity stripe. Knocks down the second one.
8 points for Mia. 44-37, and it's a turnover Indianola off of Naughton, forced by Abby Warner.
Just got to get that, and if these turnovers right now, especially where we're at, just under 4 minutes to go, this is going to benefit Pella because they not only can they take their time, they can use the clock, and we're going to have Olsen picking up a foul.
Oh, and a hard hit for Abby Warner. She gets those a lot on the soccer pitch. And some big contact, and Indianola's running out of fouls to give here, although Olsen, I don't think, in any trouble. That's her first.
Yeah, her first foul. Limping a little bit, but she'll give it a little bit of time to officials talking to her. She says, whenever you're ready.
She's a tough kid. The whole Warner family is a tough bunch. Of course, if you didn't know this, the Warner family are cousins with George Kittle, the Settles family, of course, of Iowa fame. So the Warners are from that family tree, whose great-grandma was at the 49ers game this weekend. So
right, yep.
Your Pella, Iowa trivia, the Warner family, there's a reason why they've been pretty good over the years on the boys' side, now the girls' side.
Well, we'd mentioned
Abby makes the
we'd
first.
mentioned my family tree, but yeah, we're old, but yeah, we're oak trees. But
yeah, my
that's about
family
all,
tree
yeah,
could use some
yeah.
pruning, right? Is that
There
the
you
old
go.
saying? Both are in for Abby Warner. Clutch free throw shooting from the Warner sisters give Pella their second largest lead, 9 points with half of the quarter remaining. Here's Naughton. Naughton has not given up, obviously. She's one of the fiercest competitors wearing purple and gold here in Indianola, and she gets a give-and-go pass. Kicks it out to Zoe Belt. A needed three will not fall. And Pella actually steals the rebound from themselves. It ends up with Bryn Bishop. Putback doesn't go, and the rebound's still loose. Here's Kennedy Van Vark. Pella has numbers if they want it, but they'll pull up instead and get the half-court set going.
Yeah, right now they need to use that clock and do what they need to do and get that time off, and then take that shot when they need to with about 6 to 5 seconds left in there with it.
And it's out of bounds, tipped away by Dana Blake. It'll save Pella ball with 16 seconds on the shot clock. And another Vision for Less timeout. We'll take it with them. Indianola trailing by 9, 46-37, 3:16 to go, fourth quarter.
I'm Tate. The new year is a time of change for everyone, even your wall color.
That's right. New year, new paint. We have openings starting in 2023. So if you need a refreshed paint job, drywall repairs, or general handyman work, contact us at 641-230-0182.
Or DM us at Colors by Heather on Facebook.
Bookings are going fast, so lock in your date ASAP.
Mickey, Marianne,
Heather,
and me, Tate.
We look forward to serving you.
If you have friends or family coming to Pella, make reservations for them to stay in Pella's finest accommodations, the Amsterdam Hotel.
We have many different packages available depending on what they are looking for during their visit.
Our weekend getaway package includes flowers, chocolates, and champagne.
The Visit Pella package has tickets to the Historical Village, Vermeer Windmill, and Pella bucks to spend around town.
And the stay and play package includes golf at Boss Landon.
Find the perfect package for your guests or yourself by visiting royalamsterdam.com for the Amsterdam Hotel on the Bollengrot in Pella.
On the other side of a McCoy True Value timeout, we're inside our Indianola Hy-Vee radio broadcast booth. Andrew Schneider, Rick Wilson. Pella has a 9-point lead, 46-37, with the ball underneath their own hoop. 3:16 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Do have a couple of instant radio updates presented by Indianola Municipal Utilities. DCG 62, Pella Christian 23, final Knoxville 62, Cardinal 51, a final. Pella will get the inbound into Mia Warner. Pella still with a lot of time to set up a play. Warner will dribble, drive through some traffic, get the layup to go. A double-double night for Mia Warner. 10 points, 12 rebounds, and she did so, Rick, not playing most of the first half.
Yeah, she's really nailed herself. I mean, she's really been prominent in this second half.
And counted and one for Emily Naughton. That's a good answer. 15 points for Naughton as she's trying to carry this Indianola team on her back in this fourth quarter without two key players, Dana Blake and Kendall McDaniel, with 4 fouls. Although Blake has remained in the game, McDaniel has been out. But the free throw misses, and Warner has had sticky fingers in that paint. 13 rebounds tonight after the first miss from the line for Naughton. 3 on the way, looking for the backbreaker was Pella, doesn't go. And the rebound goes to Indianola. And they've got transition, but stolen away by Tristan Gordon. 8 Indianola turnovers in the half. And a lot of them, Rick, have just been killers like that one.
Yeah, that's it's kind of one of those you just don't want to make. Maybe a bounce pass, but trying to come over the top. And Pella has been around that basketball all night long, all over the place on that defensive end.
Mia Warner for 3. Yes, and Rick, that one might be the backbreaker. 13 points for Warner.
That might drive the nail in right now with that one.
Still some time in a 12-point game, and Naughton will get to score with the clock stopped, but Pella has just put on a salvo of big blows here in this fourth quarter.
Well, kind of Warner's taking that on her back. She's come up there. She's averaging 8 points a ball game, and she's got 13 more than her for her
13
average.
13 points, 13 rebounds tonight.
And that is a foul on Warner. That's her 4th.
So we're going to call Mia Warner our McCall Monumental Radio Player of the Game for the Dutch. When it's time to memorialize your loved one or pre-plan your own, trust the Erie's leading monument designer and installer, McCall Monument on Old Highway 163 West in Pella. And that, of course, is met with our Indianola DeArmond Ford Radio Key Player of the Game, who's at the line, Emily Naughton, who's trying to do some work at the stripe. She's 1 of 2 and has 16 points on the night, does Emily Naughton. That's your DeArmond Ford Radio Key Player of the Game for Indianola. You'll enjoy doing business with DeArmond Ford and DeArmondFord.com. 51-40, Pella has had a 12-point lead in this game, 2 minutes remaining. We got bodies hitting the floor. Mia Warner, nothing called, and she'll sail that one out of bounds. A costly Dutch turnover considering the scenario, although at least 20 seconds for Pella's sake went off the clock there.
Yeah, she fired that over there, got that just a little too high. Well, I think that's a lot of adrenaline and that kind of thing, and we're going to be able to take it down. It's going to be out of bounds on the side over
Which
here.
Which is not an easy place to inbound from.
I'd rather have it
on the baseline.
On the baseline, you got it.
But they will get it into Lauren Olson. Olson flips it to McDaniel, who's got 4 fouls, has been largely silent in the second half because of that trouble. Naughton has had to do the heavy lifting, and she nearly has it stolen away. Somehow gets it back. She's stuck in a double team and nearly traveled, and they're going to call a foul on Van Vark. It was, I thought, a potential travel there on Naughton.
Well, I'm looking. She got caught in there, and I thought she turned. She didn't pick up her pivot foot, but then they got kind of hooked right down in there.
And they got tied up.
Tied up, and then we've got her back at the free throw line. 2 out of 4 here in the second half.
And she may just be running out of gas, Rick. I mean, she's had to do so
tired.
much tonight.
She looks tired down there, and she's a real workhorse for Indianola. She's that spark plug.
And we've talked a lot about
Warner.
We talked a lot about the bench depth concerns for Indianola, and this is where Pella has the advantage. They go 9 or 10 deep most nights, do the Dutch, and it shows here in the fourth quarter. Naughton is clearly a player you can't leave off the floor more often than not, but she hasn't had a break in 17 points, but you wonder at fresh legs if they're able to get her fresher sometime earlier in the game. Maybe she's making all these and making it a game, but instead Pella's getting away with some mistakes here late because of that foul shooting. Kylie Tauke puts another dagger in the backboard there. Easy layup for 2, 53-41.
And you know, when you take Kendall Daniel out, I'll let you do the call here.
Yeah, no worries. The kick out on the left wing. Olsen for 3, can't get it to go. And then Tauke's fouled on the rebound by Zoe Belt. Go ahead, Rick.
Well, I was going to say, you got McDaniel out, and that just opens up. And the quickness of Pella, that's been the key here. And you talked about leaving Emily Naughton in. Well, you've had to take McDaniel out. Well, they don't go that deep. It's Olsen and Blake, and that's pretty much it for Indianola. It's been that way. And when that happens, that kind of puts a hurt on you just a little bit. And right now, tonight, Pella's quickness on both offense and defense has been the forte for them out there, and that's why they're winning this ball game, and likely will do with 1:13 to go. The free throw's up and no good.
And to the point there is that if it was part of the trouble of falling behind for Indianola, if they're ahead, maybe you put in that 8th or 9th girl right for a minute or two and give a girl like Naughton a breather, but because you were down the whole game,
you've got to keep her.
You got to keep your best player on the floor.
You've got to keep her in there.
It's a vision for less timeout for head coach Blaine Forsyth. It's a 30-second timeout. You are listening to Pella High versus Indianola basketball, powered by Bank Iowa on 94.3 KNIA. We will have a very brief edition of our Greater Iowa Credit Union radio postgame show. Greater Iowa Credit Union, you deserve greater. Our final stats will be presented by the Verduff Agency, where you'll let Chad, Lance, or Larry examine your stats and customize an insurance plan for you. The Verduff Agency is providing complete courteous service to the Pella area for 100 years. Andrew Schneider, Rick Wilson with you here in our Indianola High-V radio broadcast booth. Let's go ahead and check in on our 4 Septic Environmental Services radio scoreboard. Norwalk 44, Newton 31. That's at the end of 3. DCG and Knoxville both winners tonight. DCG over Pella Christian 62-23. Knoxville 62, Cardinal 51. Pleasantville falling to Earlham 57-38. The Dutch have a 13-point lead, their largest here in this one. Tauke with 15 points, Mia Warner with 13, and another Indianola turnover. Steal number 3 for Kylie Tauke, and Pella now happy to take the air out of the ball and let this win salt away. Out to Tauke. 20 seconds on the shot clock. She'll pull away from the jump ball. Strong move by Tauke. Gordon has her shot blocked by McDaniel. Does get her own rebound. And 10 seconds remaining. Clangs off a 3, no good, but an offensive rebound. Pella's Mia Warner before everyone's hitting the deck here. And Warner trying to get a timeout is Coach Forsyth, and it's called a jump ball. He had 2 timeouts. I don't think Coach Forsyth realized he had maybe a timeout to give there, but it is a turnover Pella after the offensive rebound and the arrow. 14 rebounds for
sometimes
Warner.
you think, do I want to do that or I just want to let it play out and then get it? The clock's going to run, and we got 30 seconds
well,
to go
here's the other
game.
thing. It took 10 seconds off the clock, so with a 13-point lead, there's no time for Indianola. Naughton is fouled. No shot this time. So she'll be at the line where she's been half for half here in the second half.
That Van Vark? Yeah, that's her first.
Yeah, for the post, and that was another big key for Pella. They got to keep their post in the game.
They did, yes, and she may not, for point-wise.
Honestly, it was her presence. She got a couple of big blocks.
Just her presence down, and I was just about ready to say no points and some good rebounds, but just her presence in there, and that's kind of been the way it is. And she's allowed the other four to get to move and do what they need to do. I thought the coaching and the way they played Indianola was superb tonight.
Pella will salt this one away, assuming Indianola allows them to. And a vision for less timeout for Pella. And that time Coach Forsyth didn't want to let him play it out. But, hey, situational game here. I believe this is a full timeout. Will we take it with them? The answer is yes, and we'll step aside inside our Indianola Hy-Vee radio broadcast booth. Pella 54, Indians 43, under a minute to play.
Provides the opportunity for an educational experience with a focus on leadership, technology, and the Quaker principles of simplicity, peacemaking, integrity, community, and equality. These goals identify how the principles listed in the mission statement will be pursued and how the university will provide an educational opportunity for its students through the university's academic programs and co-curricular departments. To learn more, visit us at www.wmpenn.edu.
Hi, this is Mike at Langstrad Auto Body. It's deer season again, and I know from experience that whether you're in your car or in the timber, there's one out there with your name on it. They always say if a deer jumps out in front of you, aim right at it. The good and bad of that is that some of you will be visiting your local meat locker, and the rest will be visiting us at Langstrad Auto Body. Whether it's a deer or some unfortunate accident, you know that Langstrad Auto Body is there for you with a lifetime written warranty and satisfaction 100% guaranteed. Langstrad Auto Body, where you don't have to look for a quality repair.
Pella inbounds it with 14 seconds remaining. Indianola may try to contest it for one more play. Here's Tauke. Out to Haley Van Vark, Mia Warner. Warner back out to Tauke with 5 seconds remaining. And the Dutch will have to dribble this one out.
Yeah, it should be it, yep.
And there's your final score. A big win for Pella. The number 15 Dutch go on the road and knock off number 8 and 4A Indianola. Final score, Pella 54, Indianola 43. We'll have your Greater Iowa Credit Union radio postgame show after a timeout on KNIA.
Are you looking for a job in which you know you are making a difference in your community? You're in luck. TRM Disposal in Indianola is currently hiring for route drivers. They offer competitive pay, paid vacation, paid holidays, comprehensive benefits, simple IRA with company match, and company uniforms. A minimum of a Class B CDL with air brakes is required. Applicants must have a clean driving record and be able to successfully complete a pre-employment drug screening and background check. Apply at trmdisposal.com/careers and start making a difference in your community today.
Greater Iowa Credit Union's Greater Checking is a free account that pays you each month for doing the things you normally do anyway, like buying coffee or donuts. Plus, they have digital tools that make it a cinch to check your balance, deposit checks, or pay bills from anywhere. And with an interest rate over 80 times the national average, it really pays to have Greater Checking. Just go easy on the donuts.
Learn more at gicu.org/greater checking. Rate comparison in accordance with FDIC National Rates Report.
We've all been there. Winters in Iowa, nothing in the fridge, a hungry family at home, and snow slowly piling up. Don't go out this winter if you don't have to, and with Godfather's Pizza Express in Indianola, you don't have to go anywhere. The Godfather's Pizza Express at 1201 North Jefferson Way offers delivery from 4 to 9 p.m. Friday through Sunday. So let the snow fall and the family eat when you enjoy that great Godfather's taste you know and love at Godfather's Pizza Express in Indianola. Call 515-961-6730 and make that delivery order now.
It's volunteer season. Pella Corporation thanks those who volunteer to make our area a great place to live. It's clear that when you volunteer, you're helping others. On the job, the Pella team creates energy-efficient Pella windows and doors for homes and businesses throughout North America. And once the job is done, many Pella Corporation team members volunteer to make a difference in their communities. Let's hear a cheer for volunteers. For more information on exciting careers at Pella Windows and Doors, visit Pella.com/careers.
It's tax season, and H&R Block is here to make it a season worth celebrating. Whether you choose to file in person, virtually, or via drop-off, you'll get upfront, transparent pricing and expert help from tax pros that average a decade of experience. Plus, H&R Block's max refund guarantee means you'll ring in the season by getting every dollar you deserve. File your way with H&R Block, and tax season will feel just as good as all your favorite seasons. All tax situations are different. Not everyone gets a refund. Limitations apply. See hrblock.com/guarantees.
Visit H&R Block, Pella, Oskaloosa.
Do you ever wonder what goes on in certain places when you're not there?